Do this tonight or stay tired for the rest of your life. This tonight or stay tired forever. You wake up exhausted, promise yourself you will sleep earlier tonight, then repeat the same evening that made you tired in the first place. You scroll because you need relief. You drink something caffeinated because you still have work to finish. You keep the lights bright because the day does not feel over. You carry tomorrow's problems into bed, close your eyes, and hope sleep will somehow repair everything. Then morning arrives, your alarm sounds, your body feels heavy, and once again you wonder why sleep never seems to give you your energy back. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The way you feel tomorrow morning is being shaped right now, not only when you close your eyes, not only by the number of hours you spend in bed, but by the signals you give your brain during the final hour of tonight. That final hour can either tell your nervous system, the day is over, you can let go, or it can tell your brain, stay awake, keep watching, keep thinking, something else is coming. Most tired people do not have a clear ending to their day. Their work ends, but their mind keeps working. The conversation ends, but they keep replaying it. The screen goes dark, but only after the brain has absorbed another hour of information, emotion, comparison, and noise. Then they lie down and expect instant silence, but sleep does not begin when your head reaches the pillow. Sleep begins when your brain finally believes that nothing more is required from you tonight. That is the one habit to begin tonight. Protect the final hour before sleep as if tomorrow's energy depends on it, because it does. This is not about creating a perfect evening routine. It is not about buying a supplement, downloading another app, or following 20 strict rules that make bedtime feel like a medical examination. It is about closing the day before you ask your brain to sleep. Most people never close the day, they simply collapse at the end of it. And exhaustion is not the same as readiness for sleep. You can feel physically drained while your nervous system remains alert. Your muscles may be tired, but your mind may still be solving, scanning, anticipating, and protecting. You lie down, but your jaw remains tight, your shoulders remain raised, your thoughts continue moving. You check the time, calculate how many hours remain, and begin worrying about how tired you will feel tomorrow. Now, sleep is no longer rest. It has become a test you are afraid to fail, and the harder you try to force sleep, the more closely your brain monitors whether it has arrived. This is where the cycle begins. You sleep poorly, you wake up tired. You use caffeine and stimulation to survive the day. By evening, you are mentally exhausted and want the easiest possible relief, so you scroll. The scrolling delays your transition into sleep. You sleep poorly again. Eventually, tiredness stops feeling like a temporary condition and begins feeling like your identity. You say, I have never had energy. I am just not a morning person. My brain never switches off. This is how my body works. But before accepting tiredness as your personality, change the signals surrounding your sleep. Tonight, 60 minutes before the time you want to sleep, begin a deliberate shutdown, not when you feel perfectly ready, not after one final video, not after checking every message. Choose the time in advance. When that hour begins, reduce the number of things asking your brain to remain involved. Lower the lights, stop working, move your phone away from your pillow. Do not introduce new problems that cannot be solved tonight. The goal is not to make yourself unconscious. The goal is to make wakefulness less necessary. That difference matters. Your brain remains awake when it believes something deserves attention. A notification deserves attention. A bright screen deserves attention. An argument deserves attention. Tomorrow's unfinished list deserves attention. When these signals continue until the final second, your nervous system receives no clear boundary between day and night. So create one. Begin by unloading your mind. Take a piece of paper and write tomorrow's 3 most important tasks. Not 15, not your entire life plan, 3. Then write down the thought your brain keeps repeating, the bill you need to remember, the message you must send, the decision you cannot make tonight, the conversation you keep replaying. You do not have to solve it. You only have to move it from your mind onto the page. Your brain often repeats unfinished thoughts because it is afraid you will forget them. Writing them down gives them somewhere else to live for the night. Then add one sentence. This does not need to be solved right now. That sentence is not avoidance. It is permission. You are teaching your nervous system that rest is not irresponsible. Tomorrow's problems will still exist in the morning, but you may be better equipped to face them after recovery. Next, make your environment feel different from the day. Your brain understands contrast. Bright light suggests activity. Lower light suggests the day is ending. Noise and novelty invite attention. Quiet and repetition allow attention to loosen. You do not need complete darkness 60 minutes before bed. Simply make the room softer. Turn off unnecessary lights. Reduce screen brightness if a screen is genuinely necessary, but remember that the content itself can keep you alert even when the screen is dim. A night filter cannot make upsetting news relaxing. Low brightness cannot turn endless scrolling into recovery. The problem is not only the light, the problem is that the world is still reaching your brain. So give yourself a small period when nothing new enters, no new argument, no new headline. No new comparison, no new problem. Choose an activity with a clear ending. Take a warm shower. Prepare your clothes for tomorrow. Stretch gently. Write a few pages of something calm. Sit quietly and let boredom appear. Boredom may feel uncomfortable at first because your brain has learned to expect stimulation whenever silence begins. But boredom is not the enemy of sleep. Boredom tells the searching part of your brain that nothing else is coming. There is nothing more to chase, nothing more to check, nothing more to solve tonight. Then release the tension your body has been carrying. Relax your forehead, unclench your jaw, let your tongue rest, lower your shoulders, open your hands. Allow your stomach to soften. You do not have to control every breath or perform a perfect relaxation exercise. Simply notice where your body is still behaving as though the day is happening. Your body may be in bed while your muscles remain prepared for another task. Releasing that tension sends a quiet message upward. The work is finished. The environment is safe. You can stop holding everything together. But here is what most people get wrong. They try this once and expect to wake up transformed. When they do not feel perfect the next morning, they decide the habit failed. Your brain does not build a rhythm from one night. It learns through repetition. One protected hour is a signal. Several protected evenings become a pattern. A repeated pattern becomes something your nervous system can predict. That predictability matters because your body has an internal sleep-wake rhythm. It responds to timing, light, darkness, activity, and regularity. When your evening changes dramatically every night, your brain has to keep guessing when the day is actually over. So protect the final hour regularly, not perfectly. Life will interrupt you sometimes. Work will run late. Family responsibilities will change the evening. You may travel, become ill, attend an event, or simply have a difficult night. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to make calm the normal ending instead of the rare exception. And there is one decision you should make tonight that strengthens tomorrow's sleep. Choose a realistic wake-up time. A steady awake time gives your body a clear morning anchor. When morning arrives, get out of bed near that time, open the curtains, and seek natural light when possible. Day should feel like day. Night should feel like night. The stronger that contrast becomes, the easier it may be for your body to understand when alertness belongs and when rest belongs. Do not spend the morning in darkness and the night under bright screens. Then blame your body for becoming awake at the wrong time. Give it clearer information: morning light, daytime movement, earlier caffeine, a quieter evening, a protected final hour, a reasonably consistent wake time. These are not dramatic tricks, they are signals. And your body lives inside signals. Caffeine deserves special attention because it can quietly keep the cycle alive. You wake tired, so you drink coffee. Your energy falls later, so you drink more. By bedtime, you may no longer feel the obvious stimulation, and you may still be able to fall asleep. So you assume caffeine had no effect, but the better question is not only, did I fall asleep? It is, did I sleep continuously? And how did I feel the next morning? Caffeine can remain active for hours, and people vary in their sensitivity. Move your final caffeinated drink earlier, and observe the pattern over several days. Your morning may tell you what the afternoon drink was hiding. Now, protecting your final hour will not solve every reason a person feels tired. Peaceated exhaustion can be connected to insufficient sleep, insomnia, breathing disturbances, medications, stress, mental or physical health conditions, and other causes that require proper evaluation. If you regularly allow enough time for sleep but remain exhausted, snore heavily, wake up gasping, experience morning headaches, or struggle to remain awake while driving, studying, working, or doing other important activities, speak with a qualified healthcare professional. Do not turn a serious symptom into a discipline challenge. A stronger nighttime routine cannot diagnose every sleep problem, but do not underestimate what your final hour is currently teaching your brain. Every night you are repeating a lesson. You may be teaching it that bed is where you scroll. That darkness is where you worry. That midnight is when tomorrow must be solved. That the phone remains available whenever silence becomes uncomfortable. Or you can begin teaching it something different. The phone has a parking place. Tomorrow's tasks live on paper. The lights become softer, the room becomes quieter, the body releases its tension, the day has a clear ending. Nothing else is required tonight. That is the habit, not forcing sleep, preparing for it, not chasing unconsciousness, removing the reasons your brain believes it must remain alert, not waiting until you collapse, creating a deliberate transition from performance to recovery. So tonight, choose the hour when the day ends. Write down what tomorrow needs from you. Move the phone away, lower the lights, let your body become heavy. Do not demand immediate sleep. Simply stop feeding wakefulness. You may not wake up feeling completely different after one night, but tonight can be the first time your brain receives a message it has been missing. The day is complete. The world can wait. You do not have to carry tomorrow while lying in the dark. And when that message becomes familiar, sleep no longer feels like something you have to fight for every night. It becomes a place your body recognizes, a rhythm it trusts, a recovery process you stop interrupting. The truth is you are not destined to feel tired for the rest of your life. But if every evening repeats the same signals that keep your brain alert, tomorrow may continue feeling exactly like today. Chant the final hour, give your day an ending, and give tomorrow's energy a chance to begin tonight.